Oh,
Hey.
ain't nobody in yet.
Okay.
I don't even know how well this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go again.
I didn't put it out there. We'll see. That's all we can do. Shoes fighting. This. That last time we went live, man, we had a bunch of people in there.
Yeah, but we posted it.
Yeah, I didn't post this one. Oh, you said there's one on, but that might be us. Yep. No one comes on. See, it might be a problem since the Tampa RV show this weekend. Everybody's at courtside. Yeah. See what happens. Someone's on. NASCAR just joined us.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't even type that. I thought I was typing. What's up? Pretty much we're going to talk a little bit about our plans for 2020 tonight. We had a couple giveaways going on. We're going to announce the winners for that.
Yeah, and then we still have some wrap up for our winter trip. Our trip down to the southeast. Yeah. So we have some videos on that to still share.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about the RV show too.
Yeah.
I like to get everybody's idea on the RV shows on how they think RV shows are and everything. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
So.
I'm always disappointed in the other two people for me.
Well, let's just start on that. Start talking about the RV show. We went to the Kansas City RV show yesterday. My plans was to go in there and check out. Can you guys hear us all right? Because I don't know. See if anybody's. Are we coming through? Okay. Jeff's on.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. But we went to the Kansas City RV show yesterday. Went in there kind of looking. I expected to go in looking for toy haulers because I'm kind of got that itch going on. We ended up looking at the tiny trailers planning for our Alaska trip.
Yeah, but that's our next goal. Isn't so much to upgrade to a toy hauler, but it's to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
Eventually. It's not going to be happening next year. But
so we started looking at them little bitty.
We want to see what we could get by with to make that happen. We were looking at maybe the teardrops, but there's no space in them. Yeah. And if you're in the camper, if there's bad weather or something.
Yeah, the teardrops got the kitchen in the back. I'm not big on that. But I was disappointed because there wasn't very many toy haulers, and there wasn't many of the little trailers. There was a few of them, and then I wanted to check on the trailers not the trailers, but the truck campers, and there's not one of them.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
Yeah, and then another thing that's really we're getting our first raid from J-Dub. Thanks, Jessica. But it's disappointing because at the Kansas City RV show, you got space for vendors, and the vendors that are there are like gutter people.
Pots and pans. Yeah, if you're
Well,
if you
it
need
ain't
some
got
pots and
nothing.
pans,
Yeah,
go to an RV show. You're gonna buy some pots and pans there. We
yeah.
have
There
a
was.
few vendors that sell pots and pans.
It was
Cracks me
ridiculous.
up.
So if anybody is listening that sees this, that's with the RV show, man, get some real vendors in there for RV stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to go get pots and pans at an RV show, especially a huge set. I mean, where are you gonna put them? Yeah, I mean, I mean these huge spreads of pots and pans.
yeah, it was
Crazy.
ridiculous. But that was, we saw some trailers, and I got a video on it, and I don't know how much footage I really got.
Yeah, we'll have to debate. We're kind of debating on whether or not we're going to share it because we'll see. We'll see what it kind of turns out to.
I mean, it might only be maybe a 5-minute video, but
Yeah.
we'll
Maybe
see.
we'll share what we're
It was
looking
just-
at.
it
what
was-
we're seeing, what we can get by with, maybe, or get used to go to Alaska. What our thoughts are, maybe to get y'all's thoughts.
And
that.
the whole, it was kind of depressing because it was so busy. It was hard trying to get video while we were there. But
Good, so we're not city people.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
but that's something else we can talk about.
What's
We
that?
have officially started downsizing.
We have. I started downsizing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so we are
I have a
We-
puppy chewing on my hand.
getting rid of a lot of stuff. I can't wait. So, but I gotta admit, this downsizing is hard. I don't, man, whenever it comes to my shop at my tools, man, that's almost like family. I'm sorry to
I
say.
know. So Jerry and I are very different. That's why we're good together. I can get by with very little things, but if I need something, Jerry's got it, and he's got the things, and they're somewhere in his stash of things, and yeah,
But it's
it's hard
things
for
we
him to part
need.
with him things.
And everybody that knows me, I'm a gadget guy. I gotta have all the latest, greatest gadgets.
But you don't need 6 of them. How many? The amount of cameras we have is crazy.
We need them.
Don't. I'm crying.
Wait. Let's ask everybody.
Hey, our son and our
Wait.
grandchildren are watching. Hey, babies.
What's everybody think? Do we need more than one camera? I want to know.
Absolutely, you need more than one. We don't need 8.
We got more than 8.
I didn't want to know that. La, 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 la.
If you count the phones and everything, I think we're right at 13. And whenever the drone gets here, that'll be 14. But we can get rid of one drone.
Thank you.
So I'm downsizing.
You are. You're getting better.
But tools, man, that's going to be a hard
yeah,
thing.
y'all say hi to David Hughes. That's our son. And he is watching with our grandchildren right now and our daughter-in-law. I'm sure she's hanging in there too. So, hey, family. I miss y'all.
But
Sorry.
I don't.
Squirrel.
Shiny object.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the thing. The tools is my hard thing, is trying to get rid
Yeah.
of.
So I had a really had a happy moment for a second there this weekend. Jerry's like, yeah, I'm ready. Just get rid of stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm on it. I turned around and I shot down the hallway. He's like, well, wait a minute. Depends on what you're getting rid of.
She sold my bowl.
Oh, I had a second.
Well, you can still get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the bad thing. When we sell stuff, we're getting money, right?
Wait, Dario Family says he's on your side. He's on your side. You got Dario Family's on your side. He says you need one for each one.
See, like in our last ATV riding video, we had the shot from the front.
So we're gonna
we had
need
the
a
shot-
trailer to pull behind the machines to carry all the equipment, or maybe we just need to hire a guy.
That gives me an idea.
We're gonna hire a guy. We'll just bring the grandkids along, and they can carry all the equipment.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to brainstorm how we're gonna carry all this
We'll
equipment.
just hire the kids.
There you go. There you go.
They better work for cheap.
Yeah, there you go.
McDonald's, that's your pay. Hey, everybody, I want to say hi to everybody. I haven't been keeping up with the chat, and as most of you know, I just can't. A lot of times I don't keep up with it anyway. So Jim Moore says we need to buy a semi with the trailer.
We thought about that. We actually went and looked at them, but we have a handicap healer.
But wait.
And I couldn't figure out how we're going to get the 55-pound dog from the semi to the ground.
But
he's heavy.
We got a ramp coming now.
But it's not that big of a ramp. And I don't want Big Daddy to walk down that huge Robbie.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, you got to bring up courtside.
Got to bring up courtside. And for anybody that don't know, we are scheduled next year to be at courtside.
Yeah.
And I'm like excited over it. But which we might as well, since I took that route, we might as well start talking about our plans for next year.
Okay.
And what we're doing.
Yeah, so our big trip is to meet up with our friends from the out west area, and it's a big family, and they all kind of live out in Wyoming and
I'm gonna get smacked.
Utah. Yeah, I'm a hands person.
It's it's the couples that we ride with every other year, pretty much.
Right. So if you'd watched our
Haskells,
if you watched the Paiute Trail, that's the couple that we were in there with them, and they're bringing the family. So we'll have
we're having a big family event in July in South Dakota.
In South Dakota with them, and then we don't know what we're doing right before or right after. So we have that kind of open.
We always throw in little trips in between there, but this year we're scaling down on our trips this year. Like our big December trip, we won't be taking it this year because we're moving that trip into for courtside. So we're taking that time off for courtside, which will be this time next year.
Yeah.
But what our plan is, what we decided to do is we're gonna just hit a bunch of state parks here in Missouri, and hit up a bunch of them and do some hiking and everything. I think I see.
Thanks for stopping by, Coral One.
But yeah, that's basically, we don't have a whole lot on plans this year because the thing, and everybody knows we normally, like this year, we actually made it this past year. We made it coast to coast.
We did.
Because we made
it from the Pacific to the Atlantic this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
we almost made it down to
the Gulf.
The Gulf.
Yeah.
But
before New Year's, but we didn't make it before.
We had them storms come in, and
Traffic was bad.
Yeah, and that's something else. You people that live in Georgia, I don't know how you do it. We hit that traffic so bad in Savannah, it really affected us.
Yeah, and which turned out to be a great thing. So we found this great campsite, I think it's Waynesboro, Georgia, and it's Deep Bend Landing. So y'all, if you're ever in that Savannah area and you don't want to stay on the coast around all the people, if you want to get away from the people a little bit and still be close enough to go visit those places. So we were an hour from Jekyll Island. We were 50 minutes from Okefenokee Swamp.
I think it was 40 minutes.
Yeah. So
half an hour, 40 minutes.
Right. So it was in travel distance, but we had the campground pretty much to ourselves. And the owner is so nice. He offered to help us set up. And he came by to check on us. And he was super nice. And it's Deep Bend Landing. And I believe it's in Waynesboro, Georgia.
If there's any downfall to that campground, it would be the water because it's got a sulfur smell.
There is a Christmas song about that. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
The sulfur smell in the water.
Yes, yeah. But so they're all on well around that area. So like if you're staying in the bigger campgrounds, of course the KOAs, they think they have a way around that. But you're kind of out in the country, out there. So they have well water. So the water is clean. It just has the sulfur smell.
Yeah. We didn't. We travel with water, so we didn't have to hook up to the water, so we didn't worry about it.
See you, J-Dub. Thanks for stopping
Jim
by.
On. He's our oil guy.
Oh.
But what were we talking about?
Our
The
trip.
lights just caught me in.
Shining object again.
Something that we need to, I'm going to bring up because we got to catch up on our giveaway.
Yes, we have one. We have to catch up real quick though. I'm excited and kind of a little apprehensive about these 2 trips that we're doing, the South Dakota trip and then Quartzsite, our first big boondocking. So we've gone with electricity and no water or
For a few
for
days.
hookups for 4 or 5 days, but we haven't gone with nothing for 4 or 5 days, and had to run off Jenny's and all of that. So I know I could do the water thing. That won't be an issue, but
Yeah, so I've been looking at the improving our solar and getting new solar batteries.
Jekyll Island was awesome.
Right, and then it's not cheap.
Sissy, let's play ball.
Yeah, Jekyll Island was awesome.
Yeah.
But I see, we had that one. We were supposed to go live when we were down on this trip and give away the first wolf snout.
Yes.
And that was like a month ago. We put that one
Yeah,
out
so
there.
we did the Christmas gifts for RVers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
that's fantastic.
giveaway.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was tell us your favorite ATV riding area.
Mhm.
And I don't know if not everybody watched the entire video, but we only had one person that answered it correctly and put it down.
Oh.
Yeah. And I just checked that up just before we were going live. You want to announce who that was?
Yeah, that was Pause and Effect.
So you guys, Pause and Effect, you send me a text or an email and give me your mailing address. We'll send that to you. But there is another one going on right now that we will announce the winner at the end of this from just last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, do you want to do that? You want to give them another week to catch that video?
Another week, or just give it out today at the end of the show?
That's it.
What do you guys think? Give it another week, or do it at the end of this live? Because we only do our lives for about an hour. So, what do you guys think? Actually got to look at the chat now.
Right?
Order.
Yeah, we got a couple good Jennies. That's what I'm worried. I'm really worried. I'm not worried about myself. I mean, we tent it. So when we go out to Utah with our friends that we're hanging out with in South Dakota, we'll hit the Paiute Trail and we pile everything on our machines. And then once we pile everything on, we're out on the trail for 4 or 5 days.
We carry our water, our fuel.
Tent,
If you
food,
guys ain't
everything.
watching videos, I please watch them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The
then-
scenery is unbelievable.
It's beautiful. And then we'll go to town. I think we usually try to go to town one time for a good shower so you're not bathing in a
Yeah, so we
stream.
stay at a hotel.
But I'm worried about my pups. So I'm worried about them getting, like the Jenny shutting down and them getting too hot while we're out riding. So that's my concern.
Oh, well, see, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that because I think the elevation will be up high enough to
Yeah,
where
I hope so.
the
temperature.
fan, the max air fan
Oh, yeah.
should regulate the temperature
Yeah.
enough. And if nothing else, we can always, well, hopefully we have the batteries by then.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. But that at least that's what I'm working for. But okay, so I see a week, so we'll put that one off for another week.
Okay. Yeah, give you all time to watch that video. So yeah, and tell us what you think about the video and give some people time to respond.
Yeah,
Okay.
and answer the question.
Yeah. So back to the stuff that we're going to do in 2020. So we are going to stick around home and try to get more prepared for when we do go full time.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of house upgrades to finish up and everything.
But there's a lot of stuff to see in Missouri that I don't know that there's a lot of y'all. I don't know if y'all have been around to see it, but I definitely want to show people like Crowder State Park. It amazes me the things in Missouri that are out in the middle of nowhere. Like we have a covered bridge near us within an hour's distance that is out in the middle of nowhere. There's no road to it. There's no water that runs underneath it, and it's maintained by the state, so it's a beautiful covered bridge. So
But I don't think that the area isn't maintained so much. I mean, it's
they're
kind of
working on
over.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, they are working on it.
Yeah, and there's a story behind that. So we're hoping to. There's actually 2 covered bridges within a couple of hours of us. So we're hoping to to show you
Do
guys
them,
that.
and then I do have at the end of April we are doing. I will be doing it with another friend. I think this year is going to be like a 75-mile hike,
Yes.
and we're scheduling it. It'll probably be a 3-day hike, but we're going to take 4 days just in case, just to see how we are doing.
Yeah.
Normally we do 50 miles within 48 to 50 hours, so we're going to take this year and kick it up a notch.
And
And
then
more.
there's also some there's castles in Missouri. There's one within I think 2 hours of us.
Hahatonka?
Hahatonka. And then Sammy Baker has a castle that is built in the middle of nowhere. You have to actually walk to it, walk through a field to get to it. So, and they're all abandoned, but you can still see part of the structure that's remaining. And anyway,
The dogs are fighting behind
some
us.
pretty things to see in Missouri. So we hope to show you all those.
Yeah. So Missouri, especially down south Missouri, man, it's so beautiful
Yeah,
down
it's
there.
gorgeous. Southern Missouri's gorgeous.
But wait,
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for stopping by.
on another good note,
Yes.
the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Lord. I don't do the foosball. It's from the devil. Just kidding.
The
Just
what?
Kidding. Just kidding. It's from the. Never mind. It's from a movie.
Okay.
Does anybody know the reference? If you know the reference, put it in there for Mr. Adventure here. He's not a movie reference person.
No. I'm not that much on TV.
Awesome.
I'm a YouTube person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you're in our area, Pause and Effect, you have to definitely let us know. And we would love to hang out
They're
with you.
actually from St. Louis. We were supposed to meet up with them on our trip down,
Oh,
and it just didn't work out
oh no, that
on
stinks.
our thing. But that was a fun trip.
Yeah, David got it. Of course, David would get it.
That if you got that, it's because you watch too much TV.
I don't watch that much TV. I haven't turned the TV. Never mind. I'm not counting my
You
TV
know,
hours with
after
you.
I see the answer, I remember.
Yeah. You know, we looked at the truck campers, but my word, they're costly.
Yeah, Renee,
Yeah.
them prices on the one I was looking at a Lance, and it was what $48,000 for a truck
Yeah.
camper. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And we don't, I just assume take the truck and pinch a tent.
Well, but we could get an insulated 16-foot camper, so it's an insulated underbelly, heated tanks with a shower inside. It doesn't have any slides. The mattress is even heated. They have heated mattresses now in those.
I know, that's
That cracked
crazy.
me up.
What I don't get is everybody that's got an RV knows the mattresses ain't very thick.
Yeah, like we're gonna.
And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, this is a
Yeah,
heated
that was
mattress," and I'm like, "Yeah, but that's the first thing that you trade out, or you put a pad on
Right,
top of
yeah.
it because it's not thick enough."
But it had enough room for all of us and the pups, and they even had the couch. They could have the couch, and we wouldn't feel like we're cramped if the weather got bad.
Yeah, see, that's what we're looking. If the weather gets bad, then we're stuck inside, and with 3 healers and me and her, it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
And we looked at a teeny tiny little trailer. I mean,
They're like a teardrop, but it wasn't the
it
teardrop.
wasn't a teardrop. It was a different shape. But the bed for us would be 2 separate little cots that came down, kind of down out of the ceiling. And I got video of it, looking at it.
Yeah.
I really liked it. But if it rains, man, there's no way I can handle that. Being cooped up in that thing.
Yeah, that's the first thing we replace is the mattress system. And I don't know how we would do with that cot thing. I don't even know. And the puppies, we would be.
Well, I think I would.
They're wrestling now and knocking stuff over. Can you imagine in there if we had a rainy day and we're stuck inside?
It would be hard for
It
them.
would be insane.
But I think I would do good because whenever I'm doing my hikes, I sleep in the hammock and I'm comfortable in a hammock.
Yeah, you could. You could do that. I couldn't do a heated bed either. Mm-mm.
Heated. We got a
He
heated bed.
could.
We
He
got a
could
heated
do it.
pad now.
I know, and I hate it. And it's no,
Really?
it's just my age.
I'm on high.
I
It's on
I
high.
want ice packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, David's like he can go for an air conditioned bed. I can relate.
No.
Our pillows have those gel cooled things in them. They're pretty fantastic.
No, they ain't.
I love them.
I like the heat.
No.
You know, and that's
The RV's too big for going to Alaska. The RV's too big.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Our trailer is 35 foot long, and the more when we go to Alaska, I don't want to take that big trailer up there. And
No.
I'm thinking something more along the lines, a truck camper or a little bitty trailer to pull behind, because if we pull it behind a little trailer, I still got to use the truck to haul the camper. I mean the 4-wheelers, and if I put a truck camper in there, then I got to get a little trailer to haul the 4-wheelers.
And then we have an extra diesel gas tank in our truck bed
Our truck
that
bed.
feeds our tank continually, so it keeps it full, and we can go a lot further. So we would lose that extra fuel.
Which that we'll just have to stop more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what's something funny. When we started this journey on traveling, the first year we were in Wyoming, and we stopped in Rockport, Wyoming, and I said, we need a fuel, and I'm like, oh, we'll just get fuel on the other side of the interstate. There was no place to pull into to get diesel with our size trailer and anything. So I was like, oh, there's got to be something, and we drove for hours.
It's pretty scary.
And it was like a mirage. All of a sudden, this gas station appears out of nowhere, and actually, it was like desert, tumbleweeds going across the parking lot, and we got a diesel. But if I can explain how low we were on diesel, if a diesel could run off fumes, that's where we were.
Yeah.
I know it's not possible, but we were way below E. But we made it in there, and it was actually normally whenever you get a stop, maybe a lot of stops are like 30-minute stops, 30-minute stops. That stop was over an hour.
Yeah,
the person that was running the cash register for the pumps was running a restaurant, was unloading a truck, doing multiple things. I mean, it was crazy. And then the funny thing about it is we get that fuel and we get back on the road, and not 15 minutes later, my truck breaks down.
Hey now.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That relay goes out?
Right outside of Hoback.
Hoback, Wyoming.
Yeah.
So we stayed in Hoback, and all it was a simple $35 fuse.
Yeah.
Got us back on the road next day, and we were in the Tetons and then on the Yellowstone.
So Diary of a Family says they're looking for something small too. When they explore Alaska. So we'll have you have to keep us posted on what you guys are looking at, and just we'll compare notes.
Hey, stop, Denali.
The puppies are fighting right here because we're not paying attention to them.
That's something. We were looking at them camper vans too.
Yes, we were looking at.
Yeah, we looked at a bunch of
the
them,
smaller
and the
camper
ones
vans.
the ones I saw had a fiberglass running board, and I wasn't too impressed with it because I was afraid, where we plan on boondocking a lot of times, we won't be able to. I'm afraid I'd bust them off. I just didn't think it had the clearance like I wanted. So, but like Diary, I could do a tent in Alaska. I could. If it came down to it, I could do the tent. But a tent with the 3 healers, I don't think it'll go.
Yeah.
As
you can tell, I don't know if you heard that, Chaos, but they need to be entertained.
Anybody knows healers are high energy dogs.
Yeah.
I can't wait till next year down at Quartzsite. I'm going to palm off on Diary of a Family.
Oh, they've got their children.
They're going to love it.
Yeah.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
They'll be the next family with healers.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Probably, I would be okay with used for sure.
Yeah, that I won't go new. We went in there with looking at. I always like going to the RV show just to see what's new, what's out there, and everything. And we actually hardly stepped foot in any travel trailer.
Hey, they're excited. They might be getting puppies. Okay, you want to babysit?
Hey, you want to borrow a healer? You can't have them. I gotta have them back.
Yeah.
I'm lost without mine.
Yeah.
They make the trips good.
So the 35-foot, did you take the 35-foot 2000 safety man? Did you take that to Alaska, up north? You have to let us know. I'm interested in
Now,
that.
see, what I'm worried about is, see, RV Local Life's on their way. They're actually, I think they're going to southern half, and then they're shooting up in July to be in Alaska. But no, how are you guys doing that? They're in Texas right now. I think you guys are heading over to Quartzsite right now, aren't you?
Are we going to be? Yeah, I guess I'm a little confused. Are we going to be where the last week of July? Here in Kansas City?
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be in the KC area. About that time.
Yeah, they're on their way to Quartzsite.
Oh, so no,
yeah, because I think they plan on swinging by here. It was going to be in April or so, but they changed their plans and they're going south so they can see Glacier, and they got to see Glacier. That's we've been there. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, they're boondocking in Texas. Walmart don't count.
That's our rule. Can't put a sticker on if you stayed in a Walmart. You got to stay somewhere else besides a Walmart parking lot. And Lowe's parking lot or whatever. You can't stay in a parking lot.
It can't be blacktop.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the rule. It can't be blacktop parking lot.
Y'all have that same rule too, that you can't you do your sticker, your pin, and your board if you're staying in a parking lot. You have to stay.
How's your rule? You got it. Can't be a Walmart. It can't be a Lowe's.
No.
I always thought that if we spent money in a state and we camped, it could go on a board.
Shoot, man, you'd have us staying in a Walmart parking lot. Just, I stayed here. Oh, look, we covered all 50 states. Boom, I'm done.
How are we gonna?
No, it's not happening that way.
Wait. We can't get all 50 states.
Oh, 48.
49.
49.
Unless
we can take a boat.
With the camper?
We can get on the boat that's going there and you probably say, oh, I got my sticker.
Hey, you got to remember, we were just on our trip and we got this board that I made with it's a cork board, and it's got the poster of the United States on it. Whenever we go someplace, we pin it and write it down and anything, so we know, we got pins. I was looking at it while we were, I think, in Georgia, and I'm like, we've been to Alabama, and we didn't put the sticker on. So I was like, I get to add another sticker. Remember that? Huh? You're reading.
I am reading. I remember that. Yes, on the board that John Tall made us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
No. Yeah. On the board that John made us. No yacht time.
No yacht time, David. And maybe if we win the lottery.
Yeah, if we win a lottery.
Then y'all can just come with us.
Well, if we win the big lottery that's going on, our kids are going to be traveling with us because
lucky dogs.
They'll be our production crew.
Oh my word, Jockey 551. Yes, we have. There was one year we broke down every trip but one, and we had this whole itinerary, and Jerry spent the entire winter before reaching out to all these people, manufacturers.
It was close trips, long distance trips. Mm-hmm. We went as far as the blown transmissions, losing wheel bearings, losing a tire, blowing a motor in a truck. Yeah. I mean, it was.
And we lost the carrier bearing. I don't know
Oh.
how many times because
for the dry shaft because I
kept
kept
getting
getting the O'Reilly
crappy
ones and they just
Ah.
weren't cutting it.
we were down and I remember one trip, thankfully we were camping with several people and we were down in Winoka at the sand dunes hanging out with several people and it took 3 trucks to get us home.
What happened was the output shaft, well, the input shaft on the transmission busted. We had a manual transmission,
Yes.
and it took
Hey, Kesley.
one family, Brian, I think Brian and
We had someone haul
Rick come down and pick up the 4-wheelers,
Yeah.
and then
We had someone haul the
Don
machines.
came down and picked up the trailer,
Mhm.
and then which we were from that we just met that weekend. They had the Doom buggy.
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Dan. Let's say Dan, but he just had a birthday too, and he come
See ya,
up with his
lookalike.
truck
Thanks for stopping
and-
by.
and picked up the truck and it took 3 trucks to get us home for what and I'm not gonna say that just took 3
No,
trucks.
because we did have so we had roadside and we called them both. We had our insurance roadside that we thought covered everything because it included our camper, and we had AAA.
Trip. No, we had Good Sam at that time.
Good Sam, and both of them said we can either take you to a garage, or we can take you like 10 miles.
No, I think the closest place that can fix the truck. So
Yeah.
um
Which we were 200 miles from home.
yeah. So what we ended up doing was we did call the tow truck and we had them take us up to that it was in the Flint
Thanks,
Hills.
safety man.
We were in the Flint Hills. We had them take us to that gas station and just drop us off
Yeah, it
at
was
the
right.
gas
It's
station.
the one that's right in the middle of the highway. I think it's on Highway 70, right?
No,
It's coming up from Oklahoma, and that's that gas station that's in the
I
middle
think
of
it's
the highway.
35,
I
70.
don't
It
remember.
ain't 70. It's 35.
Yeah, we spent a few hours there trying to get everything wrangled, and
Yeah, and then everybody
thanks
else
to
showed
some
up.
great friends, we got home.
But yeah, and we've been pretty good, fortunate that when we're out traveling, if we have a breakdown, we can think on the fly and get it down. We've
Shoot, we had a bearing catch on fire. Our tire caught on fire on 36.
Coming back on 36, coming back home, we had a wheel bearing go out, and it was kind of weird because we're driving down the road. No, it wasn't that. Yeah, we were driving down the road, and this guy's going like that, and I look at Kel, and she looks at me, and she's like, "We better pull over and look." So we pulled off, and I walked out. Everything looked fine. Walking back to the trailer, I get back to the trailer, and then I notice that the cap is off on the rear tire on the trailer, and I knew there was a problem. And then all of a sudden, I seen some smoke, and I looked down up at it, and there was actually flames coming up from the wheel bearing being so hot, and the grease was on fire.
Yeah.
So I run around the camper, holler at Kel, "I need the camper keys, and we're fumbling around trying to find the camper keys. In the meantime, the grease fire is still going, and the keys were actually in the center console. We're looking in a glove box and everything.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear fire and it's your camper or your vehicle, even your vehicle. I mean, you're still like, oh.
So we find them, and I go run it. Now we won't have that problem because we got the RV lock on there. It's a digital key.
Yeah.
But she gives me the keys. I run back there and I open up the thing, grab the fire extinguisher, and I think I took 2 steps, and I dove under the camper, started spraying. Fire's out, right? Stop spraying. Fire comes back up. What happens? The grease was so hot, it just kept on fire. So she had to get me a bottle of water. I sprayed, bottle of water, poured it on it, put the fire out. Didn't do no damage other than, the wheel bearing.
Well, that wasn't even the end of the story, though. I mean, we called our roadside. It was
At that time,
Sunday.
We had AAA.
Yes, it was Sunday, late afternoon. And we're on northern Missouri on Highway 36, which is pretty much scarce towns. I mean, there's really not much up there. The biggest town is Chillicothe in that area, and it was a ways away. it was an hour and a half, 2 hours away, I think, from where we were at even.
Yeah, well, no, we were about 2 hours from here,
Yeah.
you know, and then
So
Well,
the guy was like, "What? So you need your tire changed?" No. I mean, I fought with him for probably an hour. It felt like an hour. I'm sure it was.
you know, that's
But it was just annoying. And
these roadside people don't know what they're anything about it. I don't think
yeah. So he tried to find us a tow truck, and he couldn't.
couldn't get anybody to us.
So Jerry here.
I just ended up taking you know, we got 4-wheelers, so we got extra straps.
Mhm.
So I strapped the axle all the way up to the frame, strapped it down as tight as I could, and we took off down the road. And we took it to
Pershing State Park.
Pershing State Park and
Mhm.
pulled in there, see if they had a spot. They're like, yeah, you know, it's like, you guys got a spot? And they're like, yeah, we got a spot. And I'm like, can I park this thing here overnight? And I'll come back tomorrow to pick it up and fix it and anything. They're like, sure, no problem. So that's what we, and I could have turned around and gave AAA a bill for that night camping that we left the trailer there, but I didn't think about it and I didn't worry about it. So that next day, you know, we drove home without the camper, and then that next day I got back up, got the parts, went back up there, put it back together. And by afternoon, we were back. I was back home with it.
Mhm.
You know, I had to miss a day of work, but you know, it's one of them things. You just got to be ready to not stress about it and do it. I know Diary of a Family was out on a trip, and they were out someplace and they actually got stuck, and they were in the middle of nowhere. I don't think they had cell phone service or anything, but you know, you just got to think on the fly, and
Mhm.
you just got to deal with it. You
Yeah.
know, it makes it doing the RV thing. It'll test your patience. That's for sure. Because you know, and that's man. That's one thing that I wish when we had all these problems, we were.
Alive.
We'll talk about that one in a minute.
Yeah, because I was just looking here. Jockey 551 wants to know if you've ever been scared. He's never got scared in a strange place. Yeah,
we'll get there in
and
a minute.
my son just brought it up.
But yeah, where was I? I was.
Oh no, shiny object.
But yeah, we basically got the camper back home. But as for scary places, South Carolina.
Yeah.
We were driving, and a lot of times we just wing it. We don't. Sometimes we'll schedule campsites where we get to, and not
like if we know we're gonna stay there for several days,
we'll schedule it.
Yeah, because we want to know what there is to do in the area, some hikes and stuff to do in the area.
So on this trip we were just pushing through, and then we ended up getting tired, so we needed a place to stay. So I told Kel, said start looking. I don't remember what part of South Carolina it was, but that's where it was.
Apparently, it's famous.
Yeah. So she finds this campground, and on the way to this campground, we pass a nice KOA, and I have a beef with KOAs because an incident we had with them. But we go to this other campground.
See you, Garrett. Diary family. Thanks for stopping by.
And we are getting ready. We pull in, and you got to go down by the docks, and it was just right off the bat. It was a weird setup.
And I think she gave us when you checked in. They gave you some pamphlets of stuff to do in the area.
Yeah, but the turnaround was not big enough really to have a big trailer like ours and turn around. It was a chore to get turned. So we got turned back around, went in the campground. And this campground, there was some full-time people just living there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
We got set up, and you know, we grabbed the dogs and we took the dogs for a walk. The people were looking at us like you don't belong here. You need to get out of here.
You know, you're walking around, walking the pups
hi.
around, and I'm saying hi, how you doing? And we're like,
they're just staring.
No, like you don't talk to me, kind of looking. I'm like, oh. Okay.
So we were like, so we did go for a walk, but it wasn't that next morning. we got up, we were out of there before the sun came
Well,
up.
and you didn't get all the story. Yeah, there was an abandoned graveyard up there. It was kind of cool, but kind of creepy, just because of the atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
And then I'm looking at the pamphlet that we were given, and you can do some neat stuff down there. And one of the neat things you can do is you can do a canoe ride down the river they filmed Deliverance on. And I'm like, oh.
which was right next to this RV park.
Right, I'm
that we're
like, they're
staying
not friendly, and then I'm gonna do a Deliverance canoe ride. No, no,
So,
this is not
and-
happening.
In fact, after that ride, we actually went back to the. I mean, not the ride, but the walk we did. I went back to the camper and I hooked up the truck.
Yeah,
to the
we got out of
trailer,
there.
so
we stayed
we-
locked up, and we didn't stay around.
Yeah, so we could get out that next morning. It was, it's one of them things. That you're gonna have stuff like that. you
Yeah,
know?
and Super Dave, I'm not sure. I wish I could remember where it was in South Carolina. I don't know.
Yeah, I forget. I remember the path we took was we left Atlanta, Georgia, and we went up into North Carolina to see your best friend.
Mhm.
And then after that, we were heading south, and we stayed wherever that was on our way to Pensacola, Florida. Remember?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember. I don't remember it, but if I seen it, I would know it.
Wait, what?
In fact, what I'll do is I'll see if I
If
can't
we
find
see the KOA, we're stopping there.
Yeah, and I think that's something we've gotten better about. Whenever we go to do an RV park, we make sure we research it a little bit better now.
We do, and I think I'm okay with. You know what? I'm not feeling it. I'm out of here. Let's not stay.
Yeah, because that happened to that KOA up in Minnesota South. We
Yeah.
stayed at that KOA and we just had a bad time. So that we paid for 2 days. We only stayed a day there.
Yeah.
And that was since we started doing the RV thing in 2012, and we've only had 2 RV campgrounds that we were
Really disappointed in.
Yeah.
Or really
them too.
couldn't wait to leave.
We won't.
Yeah.
There's been other ones where we are just like, it wasn't bad, but it's just something we wouldn't stay at. And on this last trip that we just took, we found an awesome campground.
Oh yeah. So this was like late night, and we decided we were driving the interstates.
We were on secondary roads.
Right. And we decided we were gonna take the next exit and do
Start heading
secondary
home.
roads all the way home. And we're still in Florida, right? I don't
Yeah, at
think
that time we were in
Yeah,
Florida.
but we were right there by the Georgia line. So
No, we were by the not too far from the Alabama line, maybe an hour
Sure.
from it. Yeah, because we went up on the 81 to the 84 and shot over. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the map now. So anyway, the campground that we found was
It was
fantastic.
service camp in Georgia, in Mississippi, and it was just something we found. And when Kel called him and said, "Hey, you got any spots?" and the guy's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "How do you put it?" He goes, "If you got the American Beautiful Pass, it's $26 a night. If you got American Beautiful Pass, it's $13." We're like, "Well, I got that." So we went there. And my gosh, we pulled in and I got talking to the guy. Where's it at? Service Park?
It's Service
It's in
Park Campground in
Silas,
Alabama.
Alabama. It's actually what's one? It's not a state park.
It's Corps of Engineers.
Court engineer. And he went to sign. He goes, "How long you staying?" I said, "Just tonight. We gotta be in Arkansas tomorrow." And he goes,
Hi, honey,
they won't let me give you a sign unless they charge you for 2 nights. I'm like, charge me for 2 nights. And the guy he's like, I ain't gonna charge you for 2 nights. We ain't got no one in here. He goes, tonight's on me. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, no, let me pay. He wouldn't let me pay. So that next morning, I tried paying him. He would not pay. But that is Service camp is another one that we will
Service park, yeah.
forever be going back to.
Yeah, and it was
You're right
cool.
on the river.
Yeah, and I was a little nervous because there was so much rain and being right on the river, but it was up. So it wasn't a big
I mean,
deal.
the river was up a little, but it wasn't
No.
close to where it was coming out of the
The
bank.
cool thing about it is it kind of reminded me
Pull
back
through.
where I grew up was near the Lock and Dams, near the St. Louis area on the Illinois side. So that reminded me of that because the barges were going down the river all night long.
And it was raining whenever we set up, and there was a barge. As soon as I got done setting up, a barge came down, and it's not like they weren't blowing their horn.
No.
And
the only thing you heard was the motor, and you saw the light.
The guy told me, he goes, right here they're slowing up because just right around that bend right there, they got to make a sharp turn, and then there's a lock and dam right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was quiet. I saw that one, and they shined their light on the bank on the other side to see land. And this is dark. It was pitch dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kel said after we went to bed, she heard one come through during the night.
Yeah,
I
you just
didn't
hear
hear.
the motors. It was kind of cool to see them all lit up going down the river.
But that's a secret that we learned that we didn't know about. Give you guys a little hint. Army Corps engineer places give you half off if you got the American Beautiful Pass.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. And that guy actually gave me a CD that lists all the Army Corps engineer places that are in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on starting to stay at more places like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
I did too. I can't wait to go back there.
Yeah. Just reminder, everybody needs to go back and watch the last video, wasn't it, for the giveaway?
Yes, it was.
The Carolina Adventure World. There's a giveaway in there and answer the question. We're leaving it open for another week to give away another Wood Snout.
Yeah, give you all a chance to watch it
And on the Wood Snouts, everybody, I know some people probably go, well, why would I need a dust mask? I don't ride. But if you got allergies, you cut grass, it works for
So
people
it works.
using
Okay, so there is a little caveat that I know Tim has mentioned, and I have when we ride with the Haskells, Heather has noticed that it'll help a little bit with the allergens, but it will definitely keep anything, like if you're out cutting grass, it'll keep everything out of your nose. So you're not breathing in particles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fantastic for that. Or if you're working in any type of dusty environment, it will work great for that. And they clean up super quick and dry super quick.
John Tall's on.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, I got a CD, so I'll call you after this live stream. How's that? That'll work. And we're only going to be on for about another 7 minutes, ain't it?
Yeah.
So if you guys got any questions, hit us up. I'm running out of things to
So
say.
somebody last time asked us about the Camas Creek Trail and what happened on Camas Creek Trail.
Ooh. Oh. Why don't we wait? That one would be a better one to wait till whenever we get a big group, because that
Okay.
one, the one up there in Glacier.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A few people's heard that story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. John said, okay.
Yeah.
Going back, and I'm actually looking at the chat. Little House on that. I can't think of his name. But he's got he does a lot of the videos on how the RV lifestyle is getting affected so much by all the trash and
Oh, yeah.
taking advantage of it. Which it's Rob. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. You guys still in Missouri? They came up and looked at some property that they were going to buy, but it ended up not being what it was supposed to be.
Oh,
So, and that happened.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
he's in southern Missouri right now.
Gotcha.
If you come north, you gotta send me a message. We'll hook up for dinner or something.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to come north right now because it's just
Ice.
it's
It's starting to melt, but it's pretty cold up here right now.
18 degrees right now.
Yeah.
I'm hating
I
it.
had adventures with Carl.
I'm
We're planning. I'm wanting to get south. I want to get down to Roaring Rivers. I think it is the state park. It's down by the Arkansas border, and it's like 4 hours from us down south. I want to get down there. It's supposed to be really pretty. Like, and it's like at 20 plus miles of trails.
but I don't think we want to go down right now.
No.
Yeah, not in this temperature. I don't mind. You know,
I don't mind hiking in the cold.
We've been in Arkansas and we camped in our camper at 8 degrees. That's the coldest, I think. And we were actually camping with John Tall.
Yeah.
That was
fantastic. And hiking in that weather was great.
It was cold. We did that hike and we ended up we were getting ready to go out on a hike and we were like, we need flashlights? No, we don't need flashlights. And then we're like, let's take flashlights just to be sure. So it's a good thing because it was dark.
Yeah, we ended up getting caught on the trail after sundown.
And it was different than dark.
I think that was Pettigene State Park.
Yeah, it was in Pettigene.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where
we went to Pettigene and another park in Arkansas.
Which there's some good riding down there at Mulberry Mountain too. And not Mulberry, Magazine Mountain that we got to go.
Yeah.
John's been listing some of the John started with some of the videos from our ride that we did down in Ocala National Forest in Florida. So John's already started putting them up.
Yeah. I really like that because the trails, we've been in sand before, and I'm not a dunes person.
People, but me and John, doesn't have the video I got, but since
different angles, so they're both they're great videos.
John was in front the entire time. I'm behind. We'll have. It's going to be a few more weeks before that video comes out because I got the swamp to get out, then I got Jekyll Island to get out, and then so in about 3 weeks it'll be out.
Yeah, we'll have that video too. But it's so much fun. It was like riding a roller coaster on your machine. It was fantastic.
Me and John opened them up, was playing, and the trails were really tight.
Yeah,
sandy tight trails, and we were running. I think he saw 35. I saw 34 mile an hour, and we were right on each other. I mean, I was right on him. So I had the video going. So we should have pretty good footage of that one. I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay, I don't understand. Would you rather be a human-sized praying mantis or ant-sized Bigfoot creature? Is he cartoony? What?
An ant.
Adventures with Carl.
Would you rather be a human-sized praying mantis or an ant-sized Bigfoot creature? And I just want to be me.
Did I miss something?
Yeah. I just want to be me.
It sounds like a Chinese.
John said that trail would have been fun on a sport quad. Man, it was fun on our 4x4.
Probably would have been.
I don't know.
Because you could throw yourself around a little bit more because they're smaller. I don't know.
But man, them high bank curves, man.
I think if Eastwood's on here, Jeff, if you're still watching, you need to go check out John's footage and then John Tall's videos and then check out ours. I think y'all would like that. Those sand trails in Florida.
Yeah, everybody check out John Tall. We've known John and Laura for a long time and everything, and that was so we get some awesome trips with them. But that's pretty much an hour though.
Oh, okay.
Why, you got something else? We go a little bit longer.
I can't think of anything.
Can't think. You guys got any questions? Oh, John said they'll be public on Wednesday.
Awesome.
Or if everybody gets on here and starts nagging John on his channel, hey, hurry up and make them public.
Adventures call me there. I agree with Honey and me. I don't know if I missed something, but I don't want to be a bug.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't want to be either. I just want, I like how everything's going right now. We're perfect. All right.
We're not. We're a mess.
Well, we're not perfect, but we're strolling through life.
Oh, you made me
We're
cry.
a mess,
trying.
Really?
I can't see the screen.
I mean, I'm somewhat perfect, but.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble.
Oh, okay.
I like being a human being too. Oh, what movie was that from? Honey, I mean, that's gonna drive me crazy. That was from a movie. Oh,
Was it a had? I don't know. I don't watch
know.
movies, so I in the movies I have watched, I can't keep up with them. So
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
find it.
yeah, you have to look. Man, why is our? It's like it's focusing.
I don't know.
I gotta get that other
Show
thing
the
so we can
address.
start.
That was the puppies.
I gotta get
Wait,
that
is
other
Marcus?
adapter so we can shoot off the M50 from now on. But all right, I'm just rambling. We're just rambling. So it's been an hour. So thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, it's fun hanging with y'all.
And be sure to check out the video from last week on South Carolina Venture World, and check out that giveaway. I wouldn't.
Neither ain't an option.
Then I plead the fifth.
You're not gonna say.
Yeah, I just I
don't
don't know.
Ants are pretty strong.
Yeah,
Praying mantis are pretty fierce. It's hard to say. I'm pretty sure I've heard human being in a movie.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll catch y'all later.
Human being is a coffee company.
Well, I read that. Yeah.
Maybe Bean. That movie Bean.
I wish. Well, you know what? He's the worst backseat driver ever. So I don't know. We both have CDLs, class B. So I think we're both good drivers.
We haven't wrecked anything. Wait. It depends. Are you talking RV or are you talking four-wheeler? Because I know.
Hey, Reckon's riding, man. Get your fingers away.
She's flipped her four-wheeler over. So if that counts, Now don't get me wrong. I've laid mine on its side.
Yeah.
Not my new one though.
Whatever. Bragger.
This one.
My girl looks good in stitches.
What she means is she busted her handlebar guards, and instead of I bought a set to fix it,
I like the
and
stitches
instead
better.
of fixing it, she made me use zip ties and stitch it back up. So that's what she means. Like she liked her stitches.
Yes.
So Poshcats just showed on, but we're getting ready to get off.
Yeah. Sorry.
That stinks. But yeah, we're gonna try to start doing a live once a month. So that's the plan. And then for some of you know,
always added to the plan.
Really? She doesn't know half this.
I know.
She learns when she comes on the lives.
Yeah, he's got all this going in his brain.
I told you we'd probably do lives once a month. Okay. You know, it's watch time. We gotta get our watch time. It's rough. Watch time is rough.
Hey,
all right.
Barefoot.
Barefoot comes on whenever we're getting ready to get off.
Yeah. It's been so much fun hanging with y'all.
Yeah. We gotta go. I gotta get on the phone, talk to John, and I gotta get a few other things done because I gotta work on a couple of videos for.
I gotta take care of the
next
fur kids because
and the dogs are going nuts.
They're like banging in the furniture now.
Thanks for joining everybody, and next video will be out 6:00 next Sunday.
Yep, we'll see you next week.
Have a good one. See you guys.
Bye.